Hey, hello investors and future investors. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make $1,000 using one stock, even if you're trading with a small account. If this sounds like something you want to do, then welcome to Investment Gains. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back, investors and future investors. My name is Tim, and on this channel, I show you how I use my portfolio in order to make consistent income. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the strategy. We're going to get down and dirty right away. For today's video, we're going to be going ahead and use Micron Technology, ticker MU. Okay, so here we are on Micron Technology. And firstly, I'm going to show you the trade. Secondly, I'm going to show you how to do your own basic due diligence in order for you to be able to make an informed decision if you want to go ahead and do this trade or any other trade. And lastly, I will show you how to afford to do this option strategy, even if you're trading with a small account. So now we're going to go ahead and get down and dirty with options, which means we're going to walk you through the entire strategy in order for you to be able to follow along. And if needs be, you're able to practice. So here we are on Micron, and the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and open up the Micron options. To do that, we're going to go ahead to trade MU options to the bottom. Okay, now we have MU open. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to jump over to sell, and we're going to go over to call. Now, I did say you're going to be able to make $1,000 a month using this option strategy. So let's go ahead to about 4 weeks out. So the 4 weeks out should take us to around January 17th. Okay, so now we have sales, now we have call, now we're going to go ahead, we chose our strike date, now we're going to choose our strike price. In order to maximize the effectiveness of this strategy, it's highly advisable that you choose whatever strike price you're choosing above the current share price. As you can see here, the share price is 102.75. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose the $120 strike price. There's a few reasons why I'm going to be going with this price. Reason number one, my chance of profitability. I have an 84% chance of winning this trade. But most importantly, reason number two is going to be my premium. I will be receiving $2.50 when I go ahead and do this trade. $2.50 in the real world is equal to $250. Each option contract is multiplied by 100 shares. We're going to go ahead, we're going to select it. And as you can see here, this option strategy is known as the covered call option strategy. Alrighty, so this is part one of how you're going to go ahead and make $1,000 using one stock on a monthly basis. Okay, now we decide what strike price we're going to go ahead and use. Remember this, it says $120 strike price. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you some basic due diligence. For that, we're going to go back to MU option. Okay, so here we are back on MU options. Now, Robinhood has provided you with some basic access to be able to do your own due diligence. Let's go ahead and use one of those options. So we're going to go right here into the advanced feature. We're going to open that up. Now, we are trading a monthly option. So the first thing you want to do is go to the monthly outlook and see where the stock is trading. So as you can see here, the stock is about 103. But most importantly, what I want you to focus on is this blue line. This blue line is going to be your moving average 200 days. So within the last 200 days, we're just going to keep an eye on this blue line. Now, we are going to be doing a monthly option. It does not hurt to go out to a 3-month period to see how this stock is moving. Once again, keep an eye on the blue line. The blue line is now at 110. Okay, let's go out even further just to make sure we know what we're doing. Let's go to the year to date. Now, the year to date, as you can see, just continue to follow the blue line. It's still 110. The stock has not hit 120 on the blue line for a while. Has it hit the strike price of 120? Yes, it has. What I'm focusing on is the 200-day moving average. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to see up here. So this here tells you in a year, the stock has moved $18.75. We're going to go back to the month. And in 3 months, the stock has moved $15.51, and back to the monthly outlook, the stock has moved $1.60. That tells you pretty much if the stock is to move to get to 120, it has a lot of work to do. But do not worry, even if it does get to 120, the next strategy I'm going to show you, you're still going to be a winner. Remember, I am an income option trader. Every strategy that I do in my portfolio leads to me getting some kind of benefit, some kind of premium. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to go back to MU now, and I'm going to show you how to do this option strategy, even if you have a small account. Now, if you were to do this covered call, you first need to own 100 shares or more of the underlying stock. If you were to own 100 shares of Micron Technology right now, that would cost you about $10,275. You just multiply the share price by 100 shares. So let's say you don't have $10,000, then what other options do you have? Well, funny you should ask. So let's go ahead back into our option chain again. I'm going to show you a strategy that's going to allow you to control 100 shares of this stock and still be able to sell covered calls. So let's go back to Trade MU options. And now we're going to change the parameters just a bit. Now we're going to go to buy and call. And now we're going to choose our strike date far out. Now, I don't do anything on this channel that doesn't happen exactly in my portfolio. So I will show you one that I already have. And let's go to the strike date of September 19th, 2025. Now, I went ahead and I chose my strike price below the current share price. And I did go with the $80 strike price. As you can see here, you see the +1 means I have one of these option contracts. Now, I did pay a bit less for that, but don't worry. So if I were to do this right now, I would be going with the $90 strike price. And for that, I would have to pay $25.45 or $2,545 for one contract. So even if you are trading with a small account, you're now able to control 100 shares of Micron for only $2,500. And that will be able to make you $250 on a monthly basis. Now, I did say I will show you how to make $1,000 using one stock every single month. So here's what you do. You're going to go ahead to continue, and you're going to go ahead and buy 4 of these options. Now, 4 of these options is going to cost you $10,000, which is the exact equivalent if you were to own 100 shares. The huge difference that you may not be seeing right now is now you'll be able to control 400 shares of the stock as opposed to just 100. Once you're now able to control 400 shares, you're going to go back to the original strategy, which I showed you was the covered call. And now we're going to do what I like to do, which is called scaling up. So we're going to go back to January 17th. And we're going to go choose our exact same strike price, which is the $120 strike price. We're going to go ahead. We're going to click into it. We're going to hit continue. We're going to increase our contracts to 4 because we are now able to control 400 shares. Once you go ahead and you do 4 contracts, there you see $999.88. Now that is how you take one stock in order to make $1,000 on a monthly basis. A few key things you need to always keep in mind. In order to do this strategy and be consistent in the long term, always make sure you choose a stock that is consistent, a stock that you know, and a stock that is not very volatile, or else this strategy is not going to work. Now, I really want to know what you guys think of this option strategy. This option strategy is called the PMCC, or Poor Man's Covered Call. So once again, in order for you to do this option strategy, which is the PMCC, you must first be able to buy a long call, which allows you to control 100 shares of the stock. Once you do have that in your portfolio, you could go ahead now and start selling covered calls. I like to do weeklies or bi-weeklies because I like to make consistent income, but feel free to do monthly, is a lot less volatile. So let me know in the comments below, have you guys tried this strategy before? Are you guys willing to try this strategy? And are there any downsides that you guys see to this strategy? Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys are able to now leverage up your account. So that is how you take one stock, make $1,000 on a monthly basis. So until next video, keep pushing your investments.